All right, everyone. So Eric Bischoff talked about his future in wrestling. I realize now that there is nothing I could do in professional wrestling that's ever going to bring me fulfillment. It's not just because I've done it and I'm proud of what I've done. Unless I could do something that could make me feel as excited as I felt back then about professional wrestling, I can't do it. I just don't have the desire to focus on that business any longer for Vince or anybody else. If I took a job like that, I would be taking it for the wrong reasons, would probably end up having the same results that I did in 2019. I'm just not that interested to commit that much to that industry. As much as I respect it and I'm grateful for it, that period of my life is in the rearview mirror, and I enjoy every time I look in the rearview mirror and see it. So this is kind of a nice thing um, that he said here, because I think a lot of times it's important to understand what stage you're at in life. It's important to understand what your goals are and where, because I think some people, they're like, oh, well, this is something I should do, or, there's no reason not to do it. So I'm just going to go try it, And for Eric Bischoff, he has nothing to feel bad about. He has nothing to, as it pertains to his time in WWE, he has nothing to feel, like, oh man, I really screwed that up. He took on WWE. And for 83 weeks, right, he beat him with WCW. And I know in the end, he did lose, the Monday Night Wars, but there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with losing to a company that dominated basically everyone. And if you watch your show 83 weeks, I think that is kind of where he should be as it pertains to his wrestling output, where he's from, because you can't have, like, he has a take on everything that nobody else can give. Who else can give? This is a guy who ran WCW. He's done something in the business that, nobody else has done. So his take on all of it, even if you disagree, it is, something that is special in a lot of ways. His take, right? It's something that even if you disagree with it, it's coming from a certain source that most people can't, come from that way. Even when you listen to him talk about the business side of it with AEW and others, it's like that's important, right? To understand kind of how that all works with these different, networks, and how the business works, the business side of it. It's super super interesting. So I think that's a great way for him to do it. He doesn't have to, because he did it once. Now he has to go run or try to run a wrestling company, or it's just like, if you don't have the love for it in that same way, don't do it. Just don't do it and keep doing what you're doing. And I think that's important, is to figure that out. And it's also the fact that he's not chasing something. Imagine if he was chasing, well, I got to beat WWE. I just have to find a way to beat him. So I'm going to go work for AEW or go work wherever. And I know at this point, him and Tony Khan don't have that great of a relationship, but some people would get into that kind of onto that hamster wheel of, oh man, I have to, this is what my life's about. I have to do this. I have to do this. It seems like Eric Bischoff fully understands that, he's in a good spot. Just keep doing 83 weeks and doing that other stuff. So put in the comment section below what you think, and we will see you next time.